Hybrid family, welcome back to the channel. Before we get in today's video, I do want to be known this video was created, I want to say Wednesday of last week, before I went out on my trip to Georgia. Now, a lot of these cars do stand, but you won't be seeing any of the new Ultimate Legends like the John, Randall, Herman Moore, or even Andrew Luck in this video. But that still doesn't take the place of these cars being overpowered. Let's go on and get into it. Hybrid family, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be going over the top 10 most overpowered cards in Madden 24. Now, for a quick insight, when I mean by overpowered, I mean these cards are absolutely going to be annoying to go against, and frankly, we will probably see these cards in everybody's lineup because of just how OP they are. Now, kicking off the list right here, since he is the closest, we have Mr. Vincent Jackson. 6'5", 230 pounds, 99 stats all across the board, along with a 99 run block and a 70 impact block. But what makes this card OP? Well, considering that we are in this RPO meta this year, not only does he get route tech for 0, and then he also gets tank, which means he breaks hit stick tackles. So now that puts us at a complete disadvantage. So now we're forced to try to conservative tackle on this man. He also gets angry runs, X Factor. Now, from what I have heard and what I have seen, now these X Factors, even though they don't say it, I've heard that they all have that AKA like ability. You give them 3 plays to charge up, they're on for 6, off for 3, on for 6. Double me is cool, but the main focus about this card is that angry runs X Factor. Now, Vincent Jackson is currently going for a price tag of 1.35 million. And so, hey, if you have this card on your team, well, I guess you know how to get to be annoying in these mud streets on the virtual gridiron, because standing at 6'5" and then having that good juke animation with that type of frame with angry runs is going to be difficult to stop this young man. Now, transitioning to Ultimate Legends real quick, we do have our new middle linebacker, Mr. Ray Lewis, 98 speed. I know he's not the tallest, standing at 6'1", but overall, all stats are good, right where you need to be. But what separates this card from most users is that he gets that avalanche X Factor as an ability for 0 AP. Now, the only catch with avalanche being your ability, you have to pair that with Enforcer Supreme, which are guarantees you unbreakable demoralizing hit sticks. Now, this doesn't mean every time that he does force a downhill hit stick that he's gonna guarantee a fumble. But when I tell you it guarantees your chance significantly, like, it'll be annoying. And sometimes all it comes down is to that one turnover. Regardless if your opponent is having a great drive or not, you can erase that all away with just one hit stick from this man. Now, the next ability, you're going to have to run Lurk Artist because he is a linebacker, but you're getting all of this for a total of 0 AP, which is very overpowered. I don't see Ray Lewis just being overshadowed in the near future anytime soon, unless we just get like a Xavier Collins upgrade or one of these other taller linebackers that we can use her with this same ability stack. Next, we do have Mr. Brian Dawkins. And listen, I understand, I mean, you got corners that you can play at free safety, but if we're just sticking to cards to play their true position, Brian Dawkins, 6 foot even, 98 speed, 99 zone, 99 hit power with an 88 strength. When I tell you this man plays like he played in real life, like he popped a yellow substance before the game, if you know what I mean, let me know down below in the comment section. But this card right here, mid zone KO for 0, he gets that deep zone knockout for 1, and also a pick artist for 0. Now, if you just want to be out here hit sticking everybody, hey, you can run that Enforcer Supreme on him. But me personally, I would stick to the deep zone knockout and that pick artist, because he's going to force a good bit of fumbles for you organically without having that Enforcer Supreme. Overall, this card is just very well rounded. Like I said, I know that he's not the tallest, being 6 foot even. When you do have like the Cam Chancellors, you got the Who's the other the new guy that they just came out with? I want to say he's like 6'2". He's a LTD. Like, I understand you're losing a little bit of height, but when I tell you this man just plays like every play is his last, this is a great card. And he does have the price tag to go along with it. Next on the list, we do have Chad Powers. And I understand that we do have Lamar Jackson in the game. But 6'5", 218, great throwing stats. He does get that traditional 4 release. But what separates him for Lamar Jackson? Well, you see it right there. He gets angry runs for 1 AP, starts on for 6. I'm pretty sure that it charges up for 6 AP. But granted, this is going to work like brick wall. This is just as good as having an escape artist. There's anger runs. We all know what anger runs can do. And he also will break hit stick tackles unless you're going against that Enforcer Supreme, which it'll probably be a 50-50 chance that you do break that. But with the ability stacks, the Gunslinger for 0, evasive, trust, which I do suggest that you run on him for another 1 AP. He gets that so he doesn't fumble. Then in here you can run that pass lead elite. So far you are using 3 AP. Now for Gunslinger, that's optional if you will want to use that. But evasive, I'll probably go for that Gunslinger. So in total you're using 3 AP right there. And then you can just use a Hot Rod Master for 3 AP. And then virtually, hey, you have an untackleable quarterback just running like a madman everywhere for 6 AP. Now, for our next AKA Cruise player, we do have Mr. Richard Sherman. Now, as far as him being classified as overpowered in this list, I feel as if he's so good to the point where he doesn't ever have to be replaced. He gets all the good abilities in the game. On top of that, pick artist. And you can also run it. And if you have the AP, you can run that AKA universal coverage so that when you do man him up, he's going to be able to, you know, play man and zone. But with that deep zone knockout for 1, that mid zone knockout for 0, or if you run more of a cover 2 scheme, he'll be able to get that mid zone KO for 0 and also flat zone KO for 0. The abilities and dynamics that you can do with this Richard Sherman card is just amazing. You know we had to put Eric Dickerson in here. You just knew that we had to. Eric Dickerson has been a Madden nightmare since Madden 20, back with NFL 100, and his reign of terror still continues. 6'3", 220 pounds, so his juking animation is up there with some of the best. 98 speed, I know it's not 99, but granted, the only thing that matters about this card is with that Ring of Honor token, which if you're using Chad Powers, you definitely have an extra Ring of Honor token. The best thing to use on him is going to be this Angry Runs NFL Combine. It takes 9 plays to charge up, and then it's on for the rest of the game, unless they have a momentum shift on the other side of the ball, which there is ways around that. If you can time up when their momentum shift is going to be coming on, you can sub Eric Dickerson out the game for 1 play. It's not going to hurt you. And then you can go ahead and put him back in, and he will still have angry runs. It doesn't affect anybody that's not on the field of play. And then on top of that, he does get the best abilities for a running back. He gets that jukebox for 0 and also Energizer. So anytime you successfully juke out somebody, he's not going to get tired. But for the price and for what this man has the ability to do, that's overpowered. Next, we have Mr. Aaron Donald, best defensive lineman in the game. If you don't have him, you need to go out and get him. He's also going to be in that level 34, 99 overall pack that you get for B&D. Top 2 cards in that pack is going to be Jason Kelce, Aaron Donald, and one of the players right here we do have on our screen. Now, he does get this unstoppable force, aka X Factor, which I do highly suggest that you run this one and not the NFL Combine one, because granted, you're not going to need it every which way because it's not going to work every single time. So you might as well spend 0 AP on it so you can have it out there but not have it stay on. Then for his abilities, you can go ahead and get him that edge threat elite that increases your field of range with under pressure throws. He also has relentless right here, so rush moves no longer cost points. So granted, he's pretty much have unlimited rush points with edge threat elite on top of having that unstoppable force. Great pass rusher. And then right here, you can add that relentless for 0 AP. But then next thing you know, he is playing on the outside or the inside. That's fine. He gets inside stuff for 0, and he gets no outsiders for 0. This man can he can play anywhere on your defensive line, which makes this card overpowered, which makes this card a valuable asset to any Madden Ultimate team. Now, coming down to the final 3 cards on this list, we do have Mr. George Kittle. Now, what makes this card in this category of overpowered cards, yes, he is 6'4". I understand that he's 250, so he doesn't get the best juke animation. But with that speed, along with the route running, along with the run block, and then the ability stack that he's able to get, which is going to be that short end elite and also honorary lineman. Those 2 abilities alone makes him to where, hey, if you want to put him out wide, he can, because he will beat the man coverage. Or if you're just going to be having a running scheme, he's going to win dominant impact blocks more likely on those cornerbacks. He'll struggle a little bit against linebackers, but like I said, as far my whole philosophy when it comes to running the ball, as long as you can get in the way of that defender, hey, you're good enough for me. Just don't stop my momentum. Next, we have Mr. Larry Allen right here. 99 speed. He's not the fastest, but like I said, if you do have that NFL combine thing that I have on my team, he's going to be able to get up to like 62, 63 speed with an 80 excel, which then that'll be perfect. That'll be more than enough. But what makes this card overpowered, his 2 discounted ability slots, he's going to be able to get that secure protector for 0 and also a nasty streak for 0, which is going to be very noticeable when it comes to having impact blocks on linebackers and defensive backs, especially in run heavy schemes and your opponent is running dollar. Now, for the last card on the tier list, we do have one more card that is the absolute most overpowered card in the game, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We do have Jason Kelce right here. Great stats, great speed, very athletic at that center position. But with the ability stack that he gets, I mean, Vanguard Tribute is insane. But he does get Identifier for 0 in this slot. And then in this one, he gets Secure Protector for 0. And you're also able to go ahead and get this Jason Kelce at level 34 for free, which I highly suggest, because I don't think there's going to be another card in the game that you will need that can get that same ability stack and then also save you AP on your offensive line. Now for the most overpowered card in the game, we do have Mr. Tua Tagovailoa, 94 overall, 91 speed, great passing accuracy stats all over, and he doesn't really just need no X factors or abilities. He just absolutely have that gosh darn dog in him. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you do leave a like, comment down below if you agree with anything that I said, or did I leave off anybody in this list. As always, I do love you all tremendously, and make sure you do hit that subscribe button before you head out. Hey, we are 4 subscribers away at the time of me recording this, because like I said, this is pre-recorded. I will be out in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you do see me, hey, speak. Hey, and I say what's up to you. I'll even get a picture with you. But until next time, my brothers and sisters, I'm out.